everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at another brand new 2022 Lemax Santa's Rooftop Bash. Let's get into it.
Bring in the holidays. You're watching Villages and more.
So right off the top here, I want to send a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Weffy's Closet. It is your one place for all of your jewelry needs, seasonal, day-to-day, couples, everything and anything, she's got it. Check her out at weffyscloset.com or on Instagram at weffys_closet. Okay, so here we go, Santa's Rooftop Bash. Of course, it was released in 2022, and let me give you the SKU number off the top. It's going to be 25861. Now for some dimensions, we have 11.42 inches high, 9.25 inches wide, and 5.71 inches in depth. Product type, sights and sounds. And it is made of electric components according to Lemax, but it feels a little bit more like resin. Alright, now let's talk power. We have 4.5 volts DC, and it draws about 540 milliamps. Let me repeat that again, 540 milliamps. That is one of the biggest draws I think I've heard of so far since starting this channel and really being a villager. That is extremely rare, really, to have such a high draw. So, what does that mean? Keep it off your multi-adapters. If that is so, and it is 540 milliamps or anywhere in that realm, although it does say 540, if that is so, please, guys, keep this off your multi-adapters. That alone would throw that thing to the moon and back. So please, please, please use the power supply that is included. Okay, as for your switch, it's going to be your standard power volume roll switch. And let's talk price. We're gonna have an average of about $130. Some people at the $129.95 and other retailers at the $131.99. So they're gonna kind of be right in that area. All right, lastly, the weight. So as big as this thing is, and it's huge, we're gonna talk about that. The weight is only about 3 pounds, and that's kind of because they're using the resin, right? So really light for what it actually is. Okay, so that about wraps up all of the facts. Now it's time to take a closer look. So starting from the top, you are gonna see the bash, the heart of the show right out the gate here. There's a couple things. On the left side, we have snowmen. It's like Mr. Frosty the Snowman and I assume his wife or something like that. They are dancing, they have some broomsticks, they're going around, and that thing is silent, let me tell you, but boy does it look cool. All right, to the right, you are gonna have the Rooftop Bash. It's continuing on here with a beautiful, beautiful Christmas tree. Very detailed, has some lights going around, really nice. And then as far as the actual characters that are going around, you're gonna have everything from another snowman to an elf to some reindeer. You know I love reindeer. I do wanna note, however, you see those candy canes right there on each side, absolutely stunning, by the way, beautiful detail and great idea. They're actually holding up the lights, the string of LED lights or fairy style lights, if you will, that are going around there on the rooftop. They do have a little play, not the candy canes, but the lights themselves, the wire. So if your reindeer, is hitting it on its way by or tugging on it, you can literally lightly just kind of push it out of the way. So I kind of like that. It looks cool. It has that rooftop feel, but in the event that you need to make some minor adjustments, you do have that capability. Okay, so working our way now more towards the middle, there is again a lot to see here, guys. And keep in mind, this thing is huge, so I'm trying to hit as much as I can. To the very top left here, you're gonna see a couple elves that are going around the top floor there. Kind of cool, they're small, but they go around, and there's even some details in the background there, inside of the actual room they're going into. They're just kind of hanging out, doing their thing. It's one of those things where it's a nice touch, it's another step of animation. It's kind of cool, but anyways, that's there. Moving on now is to the Santa Rooftop Bash sign itself. They really kept with like this, dare I say, is it like a New York style building? Gosh, I might get killed killed in the comments for that one. I don't know. I'm assuming it kind of reminds me of, I think I've said this before about another house, of Friends, like the TV show. So it kind of seems like that style of a building. So I like the way they did the sign. It's kind of homey, kind of like a little house party thing going on here. Really cool. All right, next up is another reindeer, guys. You know my feelings on the reindeer. Anyways, very cool. Moves side to side. Not highly detailed or anything like that, but he's a reindeer. Kind of matches the one that are on the rooftop there, but he moves. It's another step of animation. And let me tell you, for the price, right, and being one of those top tier houses with an awesome soundtrack, by the way, the lighting, all the animation, you expect quite a bit, right? So you're getting that here. You got the rooftop bash happening. You got the elves here that we just talked about. Now the reindeer, just one of those details, right? It keeps piling up. Really cool. Also, there is an elf that is on the ladder. Looks like he's about to get ready to go up to that next story there and join the other elves. When a character on this house talks, if you will, quote unquote talks, the light with them either turns on or gets brighter depending on which character you're talking about, including that elf, I believe. It also does. Yeah, it does. You might see a little flash, every now and then. So very, very cool. All right. Also, I want to bring note to, you're seeing a lot of like bows and wreaths and things like that. There is a lot of that throughout this house. I will try to show that more towards the end on the kind of a slideshow thing here, but that is everywhere. It's really consistent, really brings the house to kind of like that Christmas feel. All right, so let's continue on here, guys. As we work our way down more towards the bottom, we have the man himself. Yes, it is Santa Claus. And yes, he does move as well, by the way, and the light with him turns on, or brighter, if you will, when he's talking. But he's cool. He kind of moves side to side. Not huge animation there, but nonetheless, it's a nice touch as well. There's this is one of those houses where there's a lot of little things that kind of add up to this really nice big picture. So there's Santa, really cool. Of course, he's wearing his typical outfit, standing on the stairwell there, or staircase rather. Very, very nice, or porch. I don't know. I'll probably get killed in the comments for that one too. But anyways, guys, having a lot of fun with this one. So let's move on. There is also a nice puppy, and I like puppies like I like reindeers. They're absolutely awesome. You don't see many puppies, with animation on the Lemax stuff, and in this scenario we do. He's kind of, supposed to kind of be looking like he's jumping up on the rail. He's kind of looking over and seeing what's going on, but realistically he's kind of moving side to side with a little Santa hat on. So very cool. I love to see animals being included. I have a huge heart for animals. All right, next up is the little doorway to the left. I'm not sure if this is just another unit or what exactly that is. This could be either one. I don't think it's one big house. I think it's probably like two houses put together. I don't know. I'm sure you guys know. But anyway, it's cool. Not too much to see there. No animation. I wish the Christmas trees lit up there, but other than that, it's real, simple. There's also some different signs scattered around this place, things like that. The brickwork is absolutely stunning, which brings us to the right side of the building. There's of course beautiful brickwork, but there is an elf that is like trying to rope climb up the side of the building off of this candy cane. And that's kind of a cool little touch, anything to get into this bash that Santa is having. So really nice touch there. Of course, some more wreaths, things like that. Something I do want to draw your attention to. If you look in the front of the house, I know we're kind of skipping around to a bunch of different things here. If you look in the front of the house, there is like on the right side, this thing that sticks out with some elves. I'm gonna try to get it up on the screen for you now. Really cool, but what I like about it is the windows actually look like they have like these nice blue curtains. I think it's probably a sticker or something, I don't know, but it adds a little extra depth. Now here's the thing, there's windows on the sides of this house as well, on both sides, that all have that same decor, and it adds another depth of detail to this piece. When you're talking $130, right? We want you to go all the way here. So I like that. They're not just plain windows. The downfall to it is the backside. The backside is very, very plain, and the windows do not match the rest of the windows around the house. So I'm not sure if that was a cost-cutting measure or exactly what that was. But, on this particular house, this is definitely one where you're going to want the front and the sides to be seen, but probably not so much the back. Okay, so let me give you some final thoughts. It's $130 for what you're talking about. It's gonna be a decent buy. You know, it's a Santa's bash, and that's exciting. It's fun. It's a party. I do wish it was a little more colorful. You know, there's obviously some color lights on the roof, but it would have been cool to see some other lights, you know, around the building somewhere. You know, I wish the windows in the back matched, but this thing, you know, is huge. I mean, it's got a really big footprint. So, you know, I would say at $130, would I buy it? Yeah, I think I would. I would definitely prefer to buy it with a coupon, no doubt. But yeah, I think I would. You know, the soundtrack is really awesome. This isn't one of those ones that would be like annoying, you know, after time. This is one that when you turn it up, and you'll see at the end of this video here, it's gonna get you bouncing. Like, it's really exciting. And at night, this thing does look cool. So I have to give it that. So between the size, all of the different animation pieces that you're getting, you know, that's what you're paying for, right? That's the sights and sounds thing. So if, you know, we had to take a little bit of a cost measure cut there on the backside as far as detail goes, like the windows we mentioned earlier in the back, I'm for it, because I rather than put all the money into what we're gonna see all the time, which it looks like they did. I mean, they went to town with the decorations, to town with the animation, and man, it is silent, by the way. That is the other thing with this house. All this 2022 stuff, for the most part, has been really relatively silent. So I haven't reviewed every single piece yet. I'm working as fast as I can to get them out to you. But as of now, the 22 stuff has been absolutely stunning, absolutely silent. So I think this is going to be a fun one for those of you who are kind of into that party thing and to see Santa kind of letting loose a little bit, you know, all the elves running around. It's cool in that way. So it's up to you. It's $130. Look for a coupon for sure, but it's definitely a fun one, guys. I thank you as always for continuing to support my channel. And hey, listen, one other thing I keep forgetting to mention is Villages and More has an Instagram account. It's at Villages and More. Check it out. I do some behind the scenes stuff there. I do, you know, some things, some short videos, some pictures that I take during reviews, you know, just kind of more of the behind the scenes stuff that doesn't necessarily make the channel. But if you're into that kind of stuff, by all means, check it out at Villages and More on Instagram. Thank you. And always, please, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.
Easy boy. That's just Dasher and Dancer.